Okay, so are y'all ready for your first assignment? Good. I knew you would be. So I put it up today, and so let's look at it. So if you bring up our web page on Blackboard Learn, hello, 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 boop, hello, hello, hi. Okay, I hope you can hear me. And so we're going to go to our main page on our content, and then over here are announcements, assessments, and assignments. So we're talking about an assignment. So we click on assignments, and so you see here it says you shouldn't be able to see any assignment 2, 3, or 4. You should be able to see assignment 1, right? And so we want to look, there's three attached files there. cosc 1300 if all of 2012 assignment 1, then MLA format PDF and 1300 A1 sample. So we'll click on the first one. So it says Computer Science 1300 assignment 1 fall 2012 research paper. So this is your first assignment, is to write a research paper, although it's a fairly short one. In this class, we're going to find out if you have the capacity to become a Wall Street wizard. I mean, you'd really like to know that, wouldn't you, if you do have the capacity to be a Wall Street wizard, right? That's right. So your mission is to turn $100,000, okay, into a much larger amount by the end of this semester. The winner of this challenge, that is, the person who makes the largest gain, will automatically get an A for the course. Second and third places are guaranteed either an A or an A minus. So here's a sure way to get this course out of your hair, right? But what company would you invest this money in? You only do one company. You can't spread your money across the board. You got to pick a company out that you think, whatever that company is selling for today, by the end of this semester, it's going to be selling for more. Okay? And so you're going to basically pick the stock market. So the idea is to select one company on any of the world's stock markets. That is, because there's three main U.S. stock markets, right? There's the New York Stock Exchange, right? The American Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, okay? But there's a stock market in Japan, in England, and Germany, all around the world. And the idea is to select one company on any of the world's stock markets that you think will do the best between the time you buy it. So actually, the time, the actual instant you're going to buy this stock, okay, in this contest is going to be September 25th, okay? So you still got a little while. You're not going to buy it just right today. So you got a little time to think about it, okay? And when you sell it, okay, which is going to be, both of them at noon. So you're going to buy it at noon on September 25th. They're going to sell it at noon on December the 4th, okay? And then who does best on this, okay, is going to be the winner, get an automatic A for the course. Okay? Yes, I'm coming to that. Alas, there are some restrictions, okay? The company must be in the computer business. Oh dear. So that limits it, okay? You can't invest, in something that's not, the computer business, yes. What now? 6 months from now, what? Yeah. Will what from the stock market? Outperform. Oh, outperform. Okay. No, I don't care about that. We're just going to say, how much money did you make? Okay? So, but it's got to be in the computer business. Why should it be the computer business? Well, because it's a course in computer science. You know, introduction to computing. So you should learn something about the computer business. That's why. You get a hardware company like Dell or HP or IBM or NEC or Fujitsu. Or it could be a software company like Oracle or Microsoft or SAP. It can produce processor chips like Intel or AMD. It could be a gaming company like Electronic Arts. Okay? It could be, uh, a company that specializes in, output back computer like Adobe, okay? And things like that. Okay? That's one restriction. Okay? That means you got to kind of learn what is the computer business anyway. I mean, a lot of these companies are basically like IBM. It's in hardware and software and service. Okay, and so there's a lot of flexibility there. Another restriction is no two students can have the same company. First come, first serve. Oh, it's going to be a race there. As soon as possible, but on or after noon, September the 13th. That's the day after tomorrow, not before noon, the day after tomorrow. Mail your choice of a company, okay, to one of the graders, okay? If your PeopleSoft ID ends in 0 through 4, mail it to 0, okay? If it ends in 5 through 9, mail it to Lewis. So what's going to happen is they're not going to take it. If you mail them, email them a company before noon, September 13th, they're going to throw it away. It doesn't count. The opening bell, boom, is noon, September the 13th, email. Okay. Now, so the first people, that get their mail in there, will have a better chance on that company. The TA will tell you if that company's okay, or if it's already taken. So maybe you ought to have 2 or 3 companies ready, just in case. Or a company that you think people don't know much about, right? That you think is going to do good. The TA will tell you if that company's okay or if it's already taken. If it's taken, you'll have to find another company. So the TAs are going to be kind of, right at their computers. And I'm sorry. Apple's a perfectly good company. Okay? If you think Apple's going to do it, okay, that'd be the one. And it might be a popular choice though, so you may need to try to get it as soon as possible for you. Uh, TA will tell you if that company's okay or if it's already taken. If it's taken, you had to find another company. Send the TA, listen to this, send the TA the company name, the exchange on which it is traded, and the sticker by which it is traded. Now, if you say, I want Apple, that doesn't count. You don't get Apple. You've got to send the company name. You've got to send the exchange on which the company is traded and the sticker. Okay? Those three things. If you don't have those three things, that's not going to be a valid email. Okay? Yeah. How much money you made? I'm giving you my $100,000 and I want a good return on my investment again. Yes. Well, the letters by which it's known, either three letters or four letters. Okay. So what is Apple? APPO? What's Apple? On each exchange, they have an abbreviation for the company. Okay. That abbreviation is usually either three letters or four letters. Okay. You must then write a four-page research paper on the company selected and approved to give by the TA. The paper is to follow MLA guidelines. Well, there are different guidelines for research papers. And MLA stands for Modern Language Arts. And it's a guideline that's pretty much used in social sciences. And so that a guideline is attached, okay, and a sample is also attached. Date is September 29th. This should only be, I should read it at 11:59. 11:59. Only non-late submissions by Blackboard Learn will be accepted. Okay? So if you email me your paper, doesn't count. If you email the TA, it's got to be submitted. Okay? By Blackboard Learn. Okay, so that's that. Okay? Yes. Well, why would you call a research paper? I mean, it's very flexible here. It's in a research paper, you basically are researching something. Okay? In this case, you're talking about this company you selected, right, for this contest, trying to win. So you probably want to say what it was that attracted you to this company. Okay? Is it the people in the company? Is it the idea that the company has? Is it I guess the possibility for growth? You think it's particularly good? And it's what other people have said about it. Okay? So there's no rules about what you say. After all, it's research paper, so you're supposed to. It's what you think needs to be said. Okay. Okay. So that's the first attached file. The second attached file is the MLA format. Modern language associate style is widely accepted in most disciplines and the humanities. Okay? So you should read this. Okay. Formatting basics. Okay. Choose a standard font such as Times New Roman and 12-point size. Okay? double space throughout the paper, including works cited page. Do not write justify. Set margins, okay? So you can read all that. Some examples. Examples of works cited. If you are citing a web page as one of your citations, you know, the date is important. The date that you access to that web page, because those change so much. So journal articles, okay. Parenthetical citation. So you read this, okay? Those are the rules, okay? You cannot, to get that particular company, you have to email, one of the graders saying, I want this company, okay? And you got to give the company name, and you got to give the exchange it's sold on, and the ticker ID, okay? We're throwing away any such email before. We're throwing away any email of this nature received before noon, September the 13th. Because that's kind of like, you're in a race and you're trying to jump the gun, right? The race starts noon 13th. Okay? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a big race. It just depends on, what company you want and how many other people want that company. Okay, so then the last thing that is attached is a sample document here. And so this is what your paper should look like, okay? It doesn't have to be in this particular font here, okay? But, so if we put this up and the left hand, put your title here, okay? And then just kind of look at this read it, okay? And then works cited, okay? Now, altogether, we want 4 pages, okay? Including works cited, okay? Now, here's how we're going to grade it, okay? So the maximum score on this is 100 points. So the format, if you have the format right, that's worth 20 of those points, okay? We're going to look at the citations and see if you've done the citations properly. That's worth 10 points. Okay? Grammar, punctuation, spelling, subject, and clear and logical, 30 points. So the answer to the question, okay, that is the question being, why is this company, such a good choice? Okay. Okay, so any question about this? Yes. Yes. The amount that you think is good. You shouldn't put something you don't think is good. It counts as 1 page or half a page or whatever, however long it is. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Okay, so that's all that's new from last time. And so I'm going to close all that. And I'm going to go back to what I was talking about, digital technology. Let's see, how far along had I gotten in digital technology? Okay. This is CO1, right? Concept O1. It's the very first chapter in the book, okay? So I guess I've talked about digital literacy. What is the digital literacy? Understanding of how computers represent different types of data with digits. Digital literacy and understanding of how computers represent different types of data. Well, what are the different types of data? What have I talked about so far as data types? We're really trying to understand data types. What did I say? What have I said about data types? Let's see, Jonathan Lim, how are you doing today? What have you been up to? What are you majoring in? Jonathan, tell me what you know about data types. Well, I think I distinguish between elementary data types, right, and non-elementary, right? Excuse me. Maybe an elementary data type, Jonathan. Um, More elementary than that. Okay. A character is an elementary data type. Data type. Okay, Usman Mubarak. Um, what is a character? What? I can't hear you. A letter or a number, right? So it's the stuff that's on the keyboard, right? So it's basically it's the keys on the keyboard. Put a string of these characters together. Okay, that's called. So I don't think of text as being elementary. I mean, text is a bunch of characters. But the elementary data type is the character itself. Okay, Julian. Okay, Stephen. Name me another elementary data type. Integer. Very good. And what's an integer? Right. Right. The integers are stored in binary. And how much space does an integer take? How long is it? Okay. Well, all computers don't agree on this now, but as time goes on, there's more and more agreement, and that is integers are usually thought of as being 36. Now, computers are not as flexible as people. People, when you talk about an integer, they don't care how many bits it is or digits. And like decimal, it's fine for us to say 36 and write a 3 and a 6, okay? And we say 736, we write 736, okay? So we don't require that integers be of a fixed length, but in computers they do. You got to put in the leading zero. So if your integer is smaller than these 32 bits, you still have to tack on all these leading zeros. Okay, I think I mentioned last time it's actually a sign bit. One of these bits is a sign bit. So a sign bit plus 31 binary. The sign bit's either plus or minus. It's also a 0 or 1. Okay? 0 is plus and 1 is minus. Okay? It's just that this one bit sign bit is interpreted differently from the other 31. The other 31 are plus or minus some integer number. Right? Okay. Any other elementary data types? Have we discussed any other elementary data types? Well, I think that was it. Character, okay. And the characters here, we did discuss the codes by which these characters are stored, okay? And we talked about two character codes, okay? We talked about ASCII, the American Standard Code for Information Interchange, and we talked about what? Unicode. What was Unicode? What's Unicode? Yeah, yeah, Unicode is an attempt by the computer industry to have one code that encompasses everything you could ever possibly want to store on a computer. And it's enormous, right? And it's not intended that everybody will use every part. I thought I had the Egyptian hieroglyphics, characters, part of it, Arabic characters, Greek characters, Russian characters. Uh, and here in our little part of the world, the part of Unicode that we use is called what? Latin one. Thank you. That's just the part of Unicode that's useful to us. It happens that the Latin one part of Unicode is the same as ASCII, which is good. ASCII is 8 bits, okay? 8-bit code. Actually, ASCII is a 7-bit code. Code is basically 16 bits, but there are some parts of Unicode that are 24 bits and 32 bits. So it's a monster thing, okay? I also talked about number systems. And by number systems, I mean techniques for storing and writing and computing with numbers. So, what number systems did I talk about? Let's see. So it's on the wall, Oyen Chancellor. How you doing? What number systems did I talk about? Sorry, what number systems did I talk about? ASCII? That's not a number system. That's a code. It's not for numbers. Okay, number systems are specifically for numbers. Okay, I talked about binary. Actually, I said number systems fall into two main categories. Are number systems and non-positional. Yeah. That, what's the difference between a positional number system and a non-positional? Yeah, like Roman numerals, non-positional. So in a positional number system, position of a character, character. So the positional number system 9-1 is not the same as 1-9, right? Um, non-positional, like the Roman numerals, the Mayan symbols, form, and others, okay, have that advantage. Okay, so the positional ones, I guess I talked first of all about decimal, right? Decimal number system, okay? That's to the base 10. So, let's see, Martin Sam, uh, how do I write 27 in decimal? Yeah, how do I write 27 in decimal? Right, two, right? And then a 7, okay? I can't write a 7 first. You gotta write a 2 and a 7, right? Because 2 is in the tens position, right? 7 is in the one position. How do I represent 9 in the decimal number system? You got a character 9. Okay, can you add 27 and 9 for me? 36. How'd you get that? What? Yeah. Yeah. You got it because you have an algorithm in your head for doing this, right? You've been brainwashed to how to do this. Right? You add the units to this, right? 7 plus 9. 9 and 7 is 16, right? That's the first thing you have to do is add the 9 and the 7. Right? 16. You write the 6 down and you carry the 1. Why do you carry the 1? Because it's in the tens position, right? Okay. And then you add the 1 is 3, right? Okay, that's wonderful. See how smart you are? Okay, Gina Randall. Gina, how do you represent 27 in binary? Got it? Okay. Shannon Robertson. You got it? So she's being very precise. She's doing it with the 8 digits, but that's good. That's the way computers would do it. They would store those leading. So is that right? This is a 1 here. Right? No 2s, no 4s, an 8 and a 16. All right. Okay. Can we give me something else? You said that went right, right? Is that it? So it would be a 1 and a 2. That would be 3. That'd be 3. No 4s, no 8s, 16 and 32. Whoops. That would be 32, 64, 128. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's wrong. Oops. It would be 8 of them, and it would be so it'd be 0, 0, 0. Okay. 1, 1. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 4, 8. So it's this is a 0. Okay. This is a 1. Okay. So this is it, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? So this would be a 1 and a 2. That's 3. No 4. 8 and 16. Okay. 32, 64, 128. Okay. 8 and 16 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. Okay. So that's how you do that in binary. Okay. How do you do a 9 in binary? Okay, David Sabala, how do you do a 9 in binary? So that's an easy one, right? So 1, a 1, 0, 0, 1. We can add the 4 zeros at the top. Okay. Okay. Now, David, can you add for me the 9 and the 27 in binary? Mm-hmm. You can add in binary? Oh, let me show you how to add in binary. So 1 plus 1 is what? 2, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 0 and a carry of 1, right? So 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 0 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 2. That's 0 with a carry of 1, right? 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 2. That's 0 with a carry of 1. That's a 1. Okay. So, and a 0 and a 0. Okay. So 1, 2, that's a 4. 8, 16, 32. 32 and 4 is 36, right? Okay. First of all, I want to subtract. This is 27. I'm going to subtract 9. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. Oh, 0 subtract 1. I've got to borrow 2. Right here, you borrow 2. That'd be 2 minus 1 is 1. And and so that's now 0. That's 27 minus 9. So this is 2, 4, 8, 16. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. That doesn't look right. That's 42. Okay. And 27 minus 9, okay, should be 18, shouldn't it? What did I do here? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 30. Oh, no. 27, I had 27 wrong. It should be 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. That's 27, okay. 1, 0, 0, 1. This is 9. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. 8 and 16, 24. That's not 27. Now subtract. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0, yeah, 0, 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. That gives me 18. Okay. Sure. What do you think you borrow? What will you borrow in the decimal? In the decimal number system, you always borrow 10. You know, in the binary number system, you borrow 2s. When in Rome, you had to do like the Romans. Right? If it was the octal number system, you'd borrow 8. Hexadecimal, you'd borrow 16. The 3 number system, you'd borrow 3. Let's multiply. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Multiplied by 1, 0, 0, 1. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. Oh. 0 times 1 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. 1, 1. 0, 1 and 1 is 2, carry my 1, 2, carry my 1. Okay. That's what I get. So that's 1 and 2 is 3, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. 32 and 64 is 96 plus 3 is 29. Is that right? Was that 27 times 9? That can't be right. Okay. 9 times 7 is 63. Carry by 6. 2 minus 18, 19, 20, 243. Must be out by 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 1, 0. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 4, 8. Well, I'll do this more carefully, I guess. 1, 1, 0, 0. I'm sorry. 1, 1, 1. So I get 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And then I'm going to get 5 zeros. 1, 5. 5 zeros. 1, 2, 5. And then 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. 1, 1, 0. 1 and 1 is 2. 0 carry my 1. That's 3. That's 1 with a carry of 1. 1, 1. Ah, that's looking better. Okay. So this is 1 and 2 is 3. Okay. No 4, no 8. So 16, 32, 64, and 128. Okay. So again, 27 times 9, 9 times 7 is 63. 18, so 243. So 28 and, sorry, 128 and 64 and 32 and 16, all that together, okay? 8 and 8, 16, 4 is 20. 8 and 8, 16, 2, and it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 40, and 3 at the end is 243. Okay? The thing is, see how easy the multiplication is. So you don't have to have a big multiplication table. You're always just multiplying ones times zeros, okay? Or zeros times 1 or 1 times 1s. And so it makes multiplication very easy. So on a computer, see, when you're dealing with electronic circuitry, that's much easier to build. One that does that. It's way, much faster, cheaper. And so that's basically why we deal with all this in computing. Go ahead again. Okay, you want to do a different number? Let's do a different example. Okay? Let's do, okay, let's do this. How about let's do 15 and let's add 7 to 15. How about that? That's because they're all ones. 15 is 1, 1, 1, 1. 7 is 1, 1, 1. Okay. So if you add 7 to 15, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 0 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. That's 1 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. That's 1 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 0 with a carry of 1. So 5 times 7 is 35. This one 35. Okay. So this is 2, 4. I'm sorry, I'm adding plus 7. There we go. 8, 16. 16 plus 4 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay. So yeah, you can also divide. Okay? You think about divide. Well, I'll divide. But let's divide. Let's divide 15 by 7. This will go to this one time. Okay, one times all that is 1. Okay, it's 0 with a remainder of 1. Okay? 0 with a remainder of 1. So 15 divided by 7 is equal to okay, a remainder of the remainder here is 1 over 1. What did I do here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, tell me how to interpret this chart, would you? Let's see. So, Jasmine Scott, how do I interpret this chart? Let's take this F right here. What does this mean? Bunch of gibberish, right? What's this chart trying to do? It's trying to tell me how an F, for instance, is stored inside a computer in the code. How is F stored inside a computer in the ASCII code? Right? 4, 6, right? As we read this character off first, we read this character off second, right? 4, 6. So an F, if it's capital F, if it's stored in a computer, it's stored as 4, 6. If you store something as 4, 6, all I got is zeros and ones. And ASCII code is an 8-bit binary code. It's just zeros and ones and nothing else. What do you mean F is stored as 4, 6? You have to change it to what? Yeah. How do you how do you do that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tell me what to write down. Well, this 4, 6. Okay. What do you mean by 4, 6? Well, right now I'm just saying when we say F is stored, and ASCII is 4, 6. 4, 6. Is that 46? Is that a decimal? 46? No. It's what the 4, 6 is hexadecimal. So this table is giving you the answer, okay, is 4, 6, okay? But this 4 here means a hexadecimal 4. And this 6 here is a hexadecimal 6. We have to change this hexadecimal. So hexadecimal is base 16. That's 2 to the 4th power. Each hexadecimal digit is 4 binary bits. Notice here that, see, we got 0, 1 up to F. Remember, hexadecimal, these are the hexadecimal characters: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And these are only the first half of the hexadecimal. So a 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. And a 4 is 0, 1, 0, 0. So when we say the F is stored internally as a 4, 6, that's how it's stored, actually. Separately, yes. You do the 6 and the 4 separately. You can do that. The hexadecimal to binary conversion is easy. You can do each one of them individually. You can't do that in decimal. You know. Notice this first character here is a 0. Okay, so binary is really a 7-bit code. It always starts with a 0. Okay, now let's suppose that we wanted to store a picture. We don't store a picture in ASCII. We don't store a picture as a binary number. Well, everything in the computer is stored as zeros and ones, but that doesn't mean it's interpreted as a binary number. How do we store a picture? If we take a picture, say on your digital camera or something, you store it inside your computer. How is it stored? Yeah, yeah. The pixels are just uh, zeros and ones. Okay, I mean the I mean it is true. Ultimately, okay, the picture is stored. The pictures like this, and it's stored as a bunch of pixels. All right, a whole bunch of pixels. Okay, and this might be. It depends on the quality. Okay, of your camera. Okay, this might be 1280 pixels. Maybe 1024. That's a bunch. That's over a million pixels. Okay? Now, what is a pixel? Well, a pixel is usually 4 bits, 4 bytes. Okay. So here is a byte. Okay, that's 8 bits. Here's another byte. That's 8 bits. Here's another byte. That's 8 bits. Here's another byte. That's 8 bits. It actually has 4 bytes all together. And that's just one pixel, one teensy little spot in the picture. Okay, it's a million by a million. I mean, it's 1,000 by 1,000. This is 8 bits, okay? How many states can that be? How many states are there in 8 bits? What does that mean, states? How many different things can you store in 8 bits? 256, okay? 256. It's 2 to the 8th power. You can store, say, the numbers 0, 1, 2, up to 255. And here, you can also store another 0, 1, up to 255. You can store 0, 1, up to 255, and same thing up here. What's normally done in a good many computers is this will be the redness of the pixel, the greenness, okay, and the blueness, RGB. And this stuff, this last thing over here is either unused, okay, or used for other purposes, okay. Let's bring up the paint program. I hope I got the paint in there somewhere. There it is right there. You're all familiar with paint, aren't you? Well, here this says colors, okay. This says edit colors. On that. Red, green, blue. So this color right here has no red, no green, and no blue. So the 8 bits that's storing the red would all be zeros, and the bits that are storing the green would be 0, and blue would be 0. Let's go up to here. Now this color here has no red, no green. Blue is 160. That's hard. There we go. I got it. I got it. 0 red, 0 green, and 255. That's the biggest. That's the most. That's the bluest it can get. See that 8 bits. Okay, can store the number 0 to 255. Okay, and see there's no red here, no green. Okay, and so this color right here is blue. As blue as you could get. Scoot this up a little bit. That's got a little bit of red and green in it, although so little you can't tell. But get up here, okay. It's still blue, but it's got red and green in it. Okay. Look up here. If you go up here, 255, 255, 255. That's the largest number you can put in the green byte, the blue byte, and the red byte. Okay. Everything is as wide open as you can. That's white. White light. Everything. Okay. Notice if I go all the way to the bottom. Come on, everybody. 0, 0, 0 is black. Any color of gray, the numbers are always the same. Okay? So as you go from a light gray to a dark gray, the red, the green, and the blue are all equal. And it always gives you gray. Here's green, okay? Red is 0, blue is 0, green is in this case 128. We can make it greener. We can go up to 255. Whoops. It's hard to get it exactly right. There you go. That's green. And only green. No red, no blue. So, if you want a color, you just go and you look at this thing right here and try to pick your color out, okay? So, if you want something that's you click up there, see what that looks like. I'd rather have a little more. No, that's got too much of that in it. A little more red. Yeah, maybe some. There's zillions of colors in there, okay? RGB. And each one of those is a pixel. Okay? Now, these pixels have to be. Let's um, let's take this picture here, which is nothing. It's all white, and let's store it. Okay? Let's say that as. Oh, looky here. We can say that as a PNG picture, as a JPEG picture, as a BMP picture, as a GIF picture, and then there's other formats. Actually, there are really many, many ways of storing pictures on a computer. What's the most popular way? JPEG. Not this one up here. This one here. JPEG is the most usual and popular way of storing pictures. What does JPEG mean? Where'd that come from? That stands for the joint, J-O-I, joint photographic experts group. That's what that stands for, the joint photographic experts group. This is self-appointed people, modest people, right? Joint photographic experts. And this group came up with the details of how to store photographs. That's one way of doing it. The thing about JPEG is it doesn't take much room. You compare storing a picture in JPEG to one of these other methods. The other methods, JPEG doesn't store things pixel by pixel. What JPEG does is it says, are there any big areas that are just all the same? Like that white picture that had nothing in it. You store that in JPEG. What'll happen is JPEG will say, hey man, that's all white, and the files are going to be teensy. It was all white. So it didn't bother to actually store it. It just tells you. You have to expand it to look at it, okay? But the JPEG file will be very, very small. The more complicated the thing is, the more changes it has from pixel to pixel, the bigger the JPEG file gets. These other formats usually take a lot more room. It's sort of interesting to look at a very simple picture in JPEG versus a very complicated, very busy picture. A lot of different. In any case, the file sizes in JPEG are usually small compared to other things. So just go to Paint and save. Just save this right here somewhere, and then see how big it is, and then start putting something in it. The more stuff you put into it, then the busier you get, and then the file gets bigger and bigger. Okay, so I'm getting pretty close to the end of this, but I'll still be talking about it a little bit more next time. Okay, so thank you very much.